Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people, a pleasant evening to you. Wonderful people. We just, for those of us who have seen the news, got some really, really bad news about the Jesse Ripoll Primary's principal, Mr. O'Neill Stevens. The school's administration they're in mourning just now. Or when I say just now, currently, because Mr. Stevens and his wife, Commissioner Lindsay Stevens, died in a motor vehicle crash on the highway in the United States on Friday. So, I mean, when I was doing some checks, I saw the post before looking on the I think it's what this Gleaner Online or Observer, the Gleaner Online, where what I was sent or told basically was they were coming back. At first, I thought it was that they were leaving Jamaica to go overseas, but I'm just realizing school, should be starting back officially by next week. So they were on their way to the airport. I think his wife, I don't know if it's 2 children or a child he has, and either the mother of the wife or his mother, and some vehicular issue, something had gone wrong with the motor vehicle that they were driving in, on the highway, and he pulled over, came out of the motor vehicle, and I guess naturally the wife, as a big support, would come out to see what is happening, to see if she could help. And they said that when she came out, some other motor vehicle came and just hit them and unalive them, got rid of them, just came. It's like you wonder if it's, it's a freak accident. You wonder if it was planned. I mean, your mind just go all over the place. It goes all over the place wondering, what? Oh my goodness gracious. And I think the other thing that I'd seen, not the Gleaner's article now, that the child or children, along with the grandmother, that would be the mother of the deceased, they're in the hospital. I don't know if they're in critical condition. I hope we can get some news where that is concerned, but I think the Gleaner said in view of his children, I think they had gotten hurt as well. I hope we can get some more information where that is concerned. That's a really, really sad situation. It's like I can't even wrap my mind around it. I know things will happen. People die in different ways. But, when you think it's both the husband and the wife, oh my goodness. And just, to be told that I think that they were on their way back to Jamaica. They were on the highway, but I think heading towards the airport. I think that is what I was told otherwise. Not as I said in the Gleaner. But whatever the situation is, wherever it is that they were going, it's such a, oh my God. Wow. Beautiful people, let me tell you something. Listen to me. And listen to me keenly. You see this sort of vitriol and hate and malice and evil practice and wickedness, treating people horribly, cut it out. Cut it out. I guarantee you that the principal and his wife never thought that this would have happened to them. They can't think now. They're dead and gone. And this was on Friday. We're just seeing the news because I guess nobody got, I guess when nobody heard from either of the two, or maybe as I said, I'm told that his child or children, and whether it's his mother or the wife's mother, maybe they told what happened if it is that they're in the hospital, and that is how probably we're now getting the news. But the reality is this, I guarantee you people, I could be wrong, but I think my wrong would be slim in this case, that they never thought that this would have happened. They can't think about it now. And I'm sure that nobody thought it didn't, we're just ringing in the new year and we don't hear anything negative as yet. And on Friday was what date? Friday was what date? The first was a Wednesday, then the first was a Wednesday, 3rd. So it would be January 3, 2025. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I'm at a loss for words. Literally. Wow. It's scary, but it brings home reality. People, listen to me. Mitigate. When I'm on the internet and I listen how people behave, when you go on, for example, TikTok, And when the people, how I hear they're spewing venom towards other people, you know, not making their calling and election sure, not making their lives right before God. And they're behaving in unseeming, in horrible ways, treating people horribly, not following part B of the first commandment, loving thy neighbor, treating thy neighbor as thyself. Because they're not thinking that anything can happen to them. They're not thinking that way. Yes, everybody's going to die, but how you die matters. Where your soul goes matters as well. And who wants, I mean, these are fairly young people. You don't want to live as long as you can in great health and strength. Why you want to exit Earth so quickly? You just come out Earth and two exited already. Does that make any sense, people? So I don't want people to talk about it. Yes, what would be the purpose then? You know, it would almost be seemingly meaningless and lacking purpose, that you could barely come on this Earth two in a few years, you just dead and die badly. And some of you are sowing the seeds for that because of the discord that you're sowing, the disunity that you're sowing, the vitriol, the rancor, the acrimonious, horrible comments that I hear. I was listening on a live, for example, and the way how I heard them, a very popular one, I guess. I could not follow him, and he never shows his face every time I see him. And he said, you know, he went on badly with the woman. She, you know, she said, you're not going to get me off of this, but... And then when I think people were saying, no, you're going way too far now. It was really bad. It was so bad. I said, this man he's abusive. And then he's going to try and play mind games by saying, all right, we need to stop now, yeah, man. Because, you know, we joke. I know that if we do this, we're going to get the crowd, and I will do anything to get crowd. Probably he's right about that. But he's also an abusive person. Because for him to feel comfortable to verbally, you know, abuse somebody like that speaks to a deficiency within him. It tells a story that if you're saying that you'll do anything to get money, you'll do anything to get money. Anything that can be even illegal. And that's how I'm going to read what you're saying. He went on really bad with the woman. Really bad. For me, that was no joke. He's just abusive. Because he was comfortable in doing that. If you're comfortable in doing it in a so-called joke, you will be comfortable to do it when you're very angry. That was no joke. That was awful. And people were laughing, saying the laughing emoji and all of that. And I said, my God. People take no abuse, especially women. Do not take it from men. It's not cool. And I said to myself, the person stayed on just to get more, you know, because that's maybe the best way to get viewership and the best way to get more money in your pocket. Never, ever do that. Don't lower yourselves and standards women to do that. There's no way. He could not, the first time if it were me, the first time he uttered that word, people could be sending lions and tigers and bears one after the other. That life cut, or I cut him off. Absolutely not. No possible way. Beautiful people, I want you to understand that your life is not guaranteed. It can be snatched away, just like the principle of Jesse Ripoll and his wife. They never dreamed, I'm sure, that this would have happened. They didn't get it. The man hasn't even gotten back to see school in session, because I'm assuming that school would have started next week for them. I'm making that assumption. I doubt it started last week. Since the middle of the week, the year started on the Wednesday. So I'm assuming they just gave them for the rest of the week. Died. Badly. That's a bad death. Can you imagine you come out and because that car must have been coming at full speed and slammed into them, obviously. People, be careful of what it is, the seeds that you're sowing. I'm not speaking as it relates to the death of this man and his wife. I'm just saying in general, you have to be very careful. Your life is not guaranteed. Anything can happen. And it's just these sudden deaths in these freak ways, these very, oh my God, I'm not saying that these things are, but they're so frightening when you hear them. Because of social media, you know, you see more. So you feel it. Be careful. Lessen your regrets. Lessen this combative, you know, encounters that you're having with people and treating people badly. You will be held accountable by God. You will be held accountable by God. Condolences are certainly extended to his family. And I'm hoping that his children or child, as the case may be, they're alive and recuperating nicely, as well as the grandmother. That would be the grandmother of the children. Sad. Sad. Don't know the child or the children have lost both parents in a tragic way. Guys, make your calling and election sure. Stop treating people badly. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of them lion there now, man. Come on. Give me